All right, welcome to the Around the Post show. This week we're going to be having our Really Dude Epic Fail Play, our top play of the week, Kyle's Rant of the week. Our main topic is going to be the paddle system versus the board. That's right, open play. We're going to have our new segments, Tip of the Week, as well as checking in with our friend Ryan Sherry on the party bus. So let's set it up. Let's do it. Let's go around the post. All right, welcome to the Around the Post show. Jonny Pickleball here with Kyle Yates, as well as Eddie from Eddie and Webby.
Everyone, if you like the show, let us know in the comments. Leave a like, a subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
All right, guys, so we're going to be mixing it up here. Our first segment of the day is actually going to be Really Dude, our epic fail play of the week. So let's check it out. Eddie, roll it.
Oh, she's got a tweener. Oh!
I think.
Oh, God.
And that's going to be tough as I want to see that. Go ahead and roll that again because there's the nice volley. Ball goes over the head. She's running back and tries to get it over, but hits herself in the forehead. And her partner comes in with a really dude moment as he shakes his head in disbelief. That's going to be a bummer. I don't know where we got that from, but thank you for submitting that. Epic fail, really dude play. And remember, guys, you can submit yours at aroundthepostshow.com. Make sure you keep submitting those. I do see them, and we are going to keep using them. So, all right, that means we got to go to the opposite thing here, and we're going to go to our top play of the week. So, Eddie, top play. Let's do it. And we're going to let this one unfold a little bit. What do you think?
Big drive, nice little block. Oh, it's over. Put it away. What?
Ooh.
Did he get out of the kitchen?
Oh, wow. Long point.
Now they start dinking. No one wants to lose the point now after that. Nasty.
That's pretty nasty. The guy that actually did the spinning shot, we're going to roll it again. And then I think that's Marcus Woodhouse, actually. So that's from Indiana. They always have a tournament every weekend. And here comes the ball. Tries to do a pass. Spinning shot.
Insane defense.
Look at this. That's like a Wolverine shot.
He was like set it up. He was like backing into it, like waiting for it.
And yeah, I've seen that post before. That's going to be from Marcus Woodhouse. I know that's one of those guys that has a tournament every week in Indiana. Local legends, I'm sure. So absolutely, guys, thank you for the top play of the week. And we're going to have a lot more coming your way. So stay with us. We'll be back after this. Coming to a city near you, the Jonny Pickleball Show. Make sure you follow at Jonny Pickleball Andrews on Facebook. And make sure to follow at Jonny_Pickleball on Instagram. See you soon.
Never miss out on new Around the Post content by subscribing to our YouTube channel. More Around the Post action starting now.
All right, guys, welcome back. Jonny Pickleball here, Kyle Yates, Eddie from Eddie and Webby from Around the Post. And we have a new segment here, so we're going to be checking in on our friend Ryan Sherry on the party bus every show, maybe even more than once, who knows. But let's go ahead, let's take it to the bus. Let's see what's happening.
Hey, I woke up in Chris Brown's body.
And that's going to be Ryan Sherry, keeping it real with Chris Brown's body, of course. And always a good time. We're going to make sure that we keep track of what Ryan's up to. We may even see him later in the show. But, we're going to have to go into our another new segment, which is going to be this tip of the week. And the tip of the week is something that, there's always pros out there like Kyle and myself and people all around the country that like to, give those golden nuggets, that like to give you a nice tip of the week. So we're going to do that as well. Why not, right? Because everyone's doing it. So Kyle, without further ado, what's this week's tip of the week?
When you walk out on court, make sure your shoes are tied.
Great tip from Kyle Yates, and that's what we're going to do every single time for our tip of the week. If you want to submit your tip, make sure to send it to info@aroundthepostshow.com. All right, guys, stay with us. We'll be back right after these messages for Kyle's rant and our main topic, which is open play, the paddle system versus the board system. Stay with us.
Does life sometimes cause you extreme heartache or stress? Do you suffer from seasonal allergies or the common cold? Then maybe you should consider Eddie and Webby. Eddie and Webby most likely won't be able to help with any of these symptoms, but Eddie and Webby do provide high-quality pickleball content on YouTube. Rare yet sometimes frequent side effects of tuning into Eddie and Webby may include uncontrollable laughter, severe entertainment, loss of appetite, or a total waste of time. Eddie and Webby may not be right for everybody, but if you like pickleball, Eddie and Webby might be exactly what you're looking for.
Do you want your top pickleball play featured on our show? How about your game face or epic fail? Email it to info@aroundthepostshow.com.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Around the Post show with Jonny Pickleball, Eddie from Eddie and Webby, and Kyle Yates. And we're going to get right to it. So, Kyle's Rant of the Week. Let's do it.
When you go out to the local park for rec play, you have to understand what you're getting yourself into. The public courts can be very diverse with a wide variety of styles and especially skill levels. And the courts are often packed, so you're likely waiting in line, and you don't always get in the exact foursome that you want. It's common to end up playing with some people that you don't even know. But you might get lucky. You might end up meeting your new best friend or new doubles partner, and you might end up having a great competitive game with 4 skill even players. But all too often, I see people getting frustrated that they aren't getting in the best games. There might be one weaker player that just doesn't quite belong, or some super sweat that has to win every game at all costs, even if it means just smashing or lobbing at the lady. It's important to keep in mind why you're there, and also why is everybody else there? Are you there for practice? Are you there to win every game to boost your ego? Are you there to meet new people? Or are you just looking for some fun exercise? But you gotta read the situation, understand how to behave. If you're out on public courts mixing with randos, odds are they're out there just to have some fun and get exercise. They don't have to win every game. They might not be as competitive as you. And if you're not on the same page with them, do everybody a favor and don't play with them. You'll likely get bored and annoyed and end up ruining everybody else's fun. This is still a sport based off inclusion. It's one of the founding principles that has helped pickleball grow. So instead of scoffing at new players or trying to avoid them, be helpful. And if you're going to suggest that there are other courts designated for their level, be polite about it. But if you do get stuck in a game with them, make the most out of it, because recreation, by definition, is an activity done for enjoyment. So enjoy it. It's not the US Open final, okay? That's my rant.
Awesome, Kyle. Thank you. And that's Kyle's Rant of the Week. He's going to do it every show on every topic. And that's going to lead us right into our main topic, which is open play. And that's going to be the paddle system versus the board system. Now, the paddle system was kind of one of the first ones that came out, where you put your paddles down and the next 4 paddles get to go onto the court. And then you play your game, then you come off, and then you put your paddles back on. Now, that also creates a lot of randomness as to whose paddles they are. The next one that we're going to be talking about is the board system. That's right, all that checkerboard looking kind of thing that's up there that hung on the fence at all your favorite facilities, where you have the board where you put your name up and write it in with a dry erase marker. And then once your 4 is full, hopefully it is, then you're able to go onto the court and play. And then once you're coming, and then you get crossed off, and then you come back, and then you sign up again. Hopefully not, if maybe with the same people, maybe not, it all depends. But Kyle, your thoughts on the paddle system versus the board system?
Well, Johnny, I've been at parks where both are used. I've been playing this sport a long time, and I remember back in the day where there were only 3 courts that got really busy in the winters, and you'd have to go put your paddles in line, and I'd go put my paddle by court 1, which was the A court for the advanced players. And you put your paddle down, and it was just kind of luck of the draw, whoever you had to play with next. And so at times it got really annoying because you didn't really get a chance to choose your players, or what you'd have is, or what often happened was, you'd have 4 players that want to play together, and they'd keep their paddles together and just wait for that court to open up. And so there were times where I was in that group of 4, we had to wait 2 or 3 games to allow other people to play. But it seemed to work okay for a while. And then I went down to a park in Naples where they had the board, and you got to go up and write your name up on the board and the next open spot to get your court. And that seemed to work also, fine too. But one of the things with open play, I've already mentioned before, you don't always get to choose who you're playing with. So whichever system you guys have, make sure you honor it. And, if you really don't mind waiting a game to play with your buddies, I can understand that. But, if someone's ready to play and they have their paddle in or their name is on the board, they have rights to that court. And so you can't just jump in front of them. You've got to wait and let them get the next court, and then you have to wait in line for your foursome.
That's right, and there are times when you do have the board where, everything is filling up. and all of a sudden you have one square with one name that's kind of holding up the situation, and you feel bad. You do. You feel bad because, this person needs 3 other people, and you don't want people, because you already said in the rant as well, it's all about inclusion. So do people just need to step up and get in there, so that person doesn't feel bad, fill it up so that you can move on? Absolutely they do, but it's one of those things of what works best for your facility, for your venue, depending upon how many courts you have. It could be a board system, but even then, sometimes you're waiting 8 games before you even get up there. You're already cold before you get in. So that happens in different facilities, but it could be that a paddle system may work better for you. It all depends on the type of facility you have and how many courts and how many people you're catering to. So, do kind of your homework. Maybe try both. Why not? Does it hurt anything to try both? I don't think so. But make sure you're inclusive of everybody. Remember, you chose to go to the park. You chose to go to that facility to be a part of. So you run the risk of everything that's involved in rec play and everything that goes with open play. Kyle, your thoughts?
The only real thing that I could see could solve issue, the only real solution would be more courts. That'd be nice. But we have these facilities popping up all over the place, and they're still getting packed in the mornings and the evenings. And just like you said, we have to be inclusive. Okay, open play is not your private practice drill session. Open play is for everyone who's an experienced player, maybe a tournament player that takes it very seriously, plays very competitive. But there's also the families that want to go out and just have some fun and hit a ball around that maybe don't take it as seriously as you do. Open play is where everybody can come together and play. And if you have an issue with that, well, then you could take your foursome and go find a separate facility or separate courts and do your own private thing. But if you're going to go out prime time, public facility and play, that's where you're supposed to be mixing in, meeting new people. That's what it's for. It's supposed to be social. That's how pickleball grew to be this big to begin with. For those of you who've only been playing for a couple of years, back when I started, I had to play with everybody. I would be on the court with 80-year-olds every Wednesday night. And guess what? I only had maybe 2 hours and I had to go home and finish my homework before I go to school. But I had to play with everybody. I put my paddle down and waited in line with everybody else. And I didn't always get in the best game. I didn't always get in with the 4 best players. But that really wasn't the point at the time.
That's right. And sometimes, I even still go down and I put my name up on the board and I wait and wait and I wait. And that's exactly what I do. And then I finally get to go out and play.
Nobody wants to play with you, so they're just waiting
and
to
I
put
wait.
their name on the
Yeah,
board.
and I just keep waiting. So it's a thing. And so what I end up doing is once that happens, we are very fortunate in where we're at to have so many courts that are situated and separated by skill level. Hopefully that's a whole different topic of whether those skill levels are all exactly how they're supposed to be. But, we hope that they are and that they are separated. A lot of facilities around the country, they don't have that separation. And so you are at the mercy of, okay, if I put my paddle in here, it could be a 2-5, a 3-0, a 3-5, and a 4-0, all about ready to go play. Again, you run the risk every time you go to do that to have those games. So it's all about inclusion, it's all about enjoyment, it's all about recreation, which Kyle said in the rant is all about enjoyment. So have fun, do it whatever the paddle system or the board system works for you. Probably with a bigger facility, maybe go with the board system because you have more squares versus maybe paddle holders, just because that might make more sense. But, see what works for your facility, and you're more than welcome to ask us in the comments or go ahead at info@aroundthepostshow.com to ask us any questions and to get our opinion on that as well. Eddie, what do you think? You play at a big facility, here in Florida. So I just want to get your take on it. And I really do. I'm not going to cut you off this time, I promise. I actually want to know your thought and opinion on this.
Well, I appreciate you giving me the floor for once. Yes, I do play up at East Naples on a seldom basis. And I think, like you guys had all mentioned, when you go to open rec play, it's about setting your expectations right. If you're going in there thinking that you're going to be challenged every single game, or you're going to be working on your skill set, or you're going to be partnered up with people that are compatible with you, or you're only going to be up against dinkers, or you're only going to be up against bangers, you're setting yourself up for failure. So understand that it's open play, it's rec play, and you're going to have all different styles and all different skill levels.
All right, perfect. And thanks, Eddie, for that. We always love to get your insights on everything, and we might continue to do that. So, but guys, that's our main topic of discussion today, the paddle system, open play, as well versus the board system. And before we go, just for fun, because we got word that something's going on now. If there's any way for us, we want to go ahead and check in on Ryan Sherry down at the party bus one more time. Let's see what's happening now.
Let's go!
preparing for the tournament this weekend.
And good thing we checked in on Ryan Cherry once again to see what he's up to. So we're going to be continuing to see what he's doing each time we have the show, whether it be on a party bus or somewhere else. But guys, Jonny Pickleball, Kyle Yates, Eddie from Eddie and Webby. And remember, if you want to submit a top play, a really dude epic fail moment, a tip of the week, even just want to say hi or give us some comments or any kind of suggestions of anything, go ahead and send it to info@aroundthepostshow.com. That's info@aroundthepostshow.com. I look forward to seeing it. Kyle looks forward to seeing it. Eddie might look forward to seeing it. We'll see. All good, guys. So join us again soon. We'll be back.